I'm going to talk about some of the other incidents that involved that same crew member, Satinder Kaur, the one who pretended to be my friend but was really a gang stalker. Um, One time she gave me a package to take to Delhi. That whole thing was the setup. I hardly ever got delis because there was very many Indian crew who would actually ask for delis. They would actually uh, they actually wanted to go to Delhi because they had family there or whatever. Um, and yet I got this deli, um, and she gave me a package to take. Now that is, see, I was under mind control. I now realize all of this was a setup to make me look just as bad as possible. I don't know what was in the package. It was all wrapped up, and but here's the thing: we're not supposed to accept packages. Even passengers are not supposed to accept packages. It's one of the, to take somewhere because, that could be drugs or something, couldn't it? Do you understand? Or it could be a bomb. I mean, it could be anything. Um, so she gave me this package. I can't remember what she said it was, some kind of charity thing or something. And she told me that the bellboys at the hotel, she knew everybody. She had links to everybody. She knew all the people that worked in the baggage where we get our bags checked. She knew all the ground staff. She's one of those people, and she kind of did little favors for people. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. And so anyway, she gave me this package, and I know that was mind control because we were not allowed to do that. That was a big no. I should have said no, and I didn't. And literally, it was only maybe a few months ago where I realized that. I remembered that incident. Realized, oh my goodness, that was a setup. And I should have just said no. Anyway, I mean, that was, I don't know what was in the package. The bellboys did come and get it. Um, and then she did something else on another flight. Was that a Delhi as well? I don't know. It must have been an Indian flight where, it was somewhere where her relatives lived. And she asked me to pick up a laptop that I can't remember what the story was, that she had left it at somebody's house or something. And again, this is something I should definitely not be doing, you know? And I was obviously under mind control to override, my own knowing that this was wrong. So that was another incident also involving her. Goodness. Now that I think about it, they did so many things like this. So many things like this. They did another setup. This didn't involve that girl, but they did another setup where they sabotaged my car, as I've already explained how they do it. They sabotaged my car, and then so I got to the car park and my car wasn't working. So I didn't know what to do, and I can't remember really the details, so I must have been under mind control. I don't remember, that's the only reason why I wouldn't remember all the details, but mm, I'm sure I had some kind of roadside assistance. But I don't know why that wasn't relevant at that time or something. I cannot remember. But then I think I went back into the terminal. I cannot remember the details at all. But anyway, I was in the terminal, and so I must have been going on a flight or something. See, why can't I remember? Okay, I'm just going to tell what I remember of this incident because I can't really remember the details around it. I can't remember what flight I was on that day. I can't remember. But I must, you see, I must have been going on a passenger flight or something. I don't know. I must have been, because why was I in the terminal? I will just tell the incident. So I walked into, there's this office that's got the letter A above it, and that's where you go for the standbys and to wait for a standby flight, okay? And I do not know why I was in there because I'm pretty sure that I wasn't I had arrived. I wasn't taking a flight. I was arriving. I do not know why I was in there. Anyway, on the floor was a package. Not a package. Like a wad of cash. Really, is what it was. It was about. I think it was 320s. So I think it was like 60 pounds. It was English pounds. And my immediate thought was, wow, this is, you see, this is mind control. It's got to be. But anyway, this was a setup. I realized now it was a setup. And I immediately thought, oh, this is law of attraction, you know. I needed the money to get, I can't remember what was wrong. Maybe I needed to get gas or, oh no, I think what I needed was to get a train ticket because I couldn't drive the car that was it. So I couldn't drive the car because the car was broken or something. I don't remember. And I don't know why I don't remember. But anyway, so there was this £60 on the floor. Now I should have probably gone to hand that in. That would have been the thing to do. Instead of that, I was thinking, oh, this is law of attraction. You know, this is enough money for me to take the train to get home. Okay. So I don't know why I didn't have access to money. Maybe I'd left my card at home or something. I can't imagine that I didn't have any money in the bank at all. That doesn't seem logical. Anyway, this thing was the setup, and I realize now I was mind controlled because none of the decisions I was making made any sense, really. You know, I could have easily just taken the money and handed it in to one of the ground staff and said, look, I've just found this. But I didn't, you know. Instead, I thought to myself, oh, great, you know, this is law of attraction. The universe is giving me, you know, the money I need to get home or something like that, you know. Anyway, later on when I realized, I gave that money back to my son because I haven't explained everything yet, but these people they infiltrate all your friends and family. So I knew already that he had some connection with these people. I didn't know what was going on exactly, but I knew that he had some connection with them. I knew that. So I gave him the money and I said, there, give that back to your friends. You know, I don't accept bribes or I can't remember what I said, but that was a long time afterwards when I finally realized, oh, this was the setup, you know. And another time, this is all, the whole idea of this is to make me look like, you know, a liar, a thief, you know, a bad employee, you know, unreliable. You know what I'm saying? Just a generally shitty person. That's what all of this was basically about. Another one, they'd somehow engineered me to go on a short haul flight, which is, I was a long haul flight attendant, and I can't remember how that happened. So clearly I was under mind control then. I think they said that they were short staffed on short haul or something like that. Anyway, and they needed short haul crew, so I did it on my days off. I think it was like overtime or something. I think so. Anyway, so I was on this short haul flight, and someone had left a pashmina, and the ground staff handed it to me and said, "Oh, do you like that? You can have it." And someone tells you that and they're in a uniform, I'm like, okay, and it was beautiful. It was like it was my favorite colors. You see, this is a setup. It was like purple is my favorite color, and it was all different shades of purple. It was absolutely beautiful. It really was. It was one of those pashminas from Jerusalem. It's beautiful. Anyway, luckily God was on my side that day. And what I'd done was I'd put it behind a headrest in the back galley, intending to pick it up before I left. And I didn't. I just forgot and left. That was God looking after me. But and hopefully somebody did the right thing with it. There's a lost property. You take these things to lost property. That's what you do. There were so many setups like that to make me look like just the worst person. There's many more, but anyway, I'm going to leave that one there now. I think that's enough for now. I'm going to keep going though. There's their tactics, the tactics they use are very underhand, and you see the point is they use mind control as well, so that the TI is not really acting as they would normally act. They're being controlled, mind controlled, to react as the gangstalkers want them to react. It's, every time I remember these things, it's just so shocking. I'm so traumatized by all this. This must never happen again to anybody. This has to be outlawed. Absolutely. It's a horrific crime. And this is the important bit here. If they can take any innocent person and make them look guilty and make everybody in the whole world, it seems, hate them, then they can do it to anybody. Do you not understand that? They can do it to anybody. They turned my own children against me. Okay? Actually, they turned my own soulmates against me. They've even now I am completely isolated, because not only is everyone in this town where I live, they have me ostracized, but even other victims, other TIs, I don't know how they've done that, but they've made me hated even amongst other victims. So I'm completely alone. Well, obviously, except for God. Thank goodness. Thank you, God. But, this is, it's extreme torture, by the way, to be isolated so completely and to be hated and to be constantly under attack is extreme psychological torture. That honestly, if I didn't have God as my support, I would not have made it through, okay? And this must not happen to anyone ever again. This is very, very serious crimes. I'm going to leave that there.